Yes, ma'am. I made the gesture because when you said 30 days, I just knew I would miss the birth of my son. That's all.
Well, here's the thing. I don't know why people,
That's why.
and let me just tell you, I don't accept any of these cases as true, but I will tell you, so many people come before me
Yes, ma'am.
that get in trouble. You know what the first thing they tell me? I want to get out for the birth of my child.
Judgment sprung, in and out, the verdict swung. Oouchie Court Watch, we've just begun. Oouchie Court Watch, we're on the scene. Truth's unraveling, what does it mean?
All right, who's here on Samuel Albert? Good morning. If you'll come forward. All right. Mr. Albert, based upon the nature of the case, your previous defense attorney was had to be replaced.
Yes.
So Mr. Cabanas is your defense counsel.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, so where are we, counsel? I know you just got appointed.
I did, Your Honor. I talked to the state about this case. It appears that in addition to these three cases, there's some more that the state currently has under investigation that have not been indicted.
Okay.
So the state's asking to request more time so they can determine what they're gonna do with those other cases. While that's going on, Your Honor, I talked to Mr. James about this case. He's asked me to ask the court for a bond on these three current cases. And I think he wanted to address the court regarding those.
Oh, a
Yes,
motion
ma'am.
will have to be filed in that situation. So your counsel will have to file a motion, then the court will hear it.
Yes, ma'am. So it's no possible way that I could get a bond today?
No.
Yes.
And the reason why I say that is because this attorney is brand new to your case.
Yes,
He'll
ma'am.
have to file a motion,
Yes,
then
ma'am.
I will hear the motion.
Yes, ma'am.
As soon as the motion is filed, which I assure you, Mr. Cabanas will do that quickly. And then Ms. Ferguson will place it on the docket quickly. All right.
Yes.
And if you all have some type of agreement, of course, you can always go see Judge Nahara.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. How much time are you all asking for?
Just a short reset, Judge. There's several unindicted cases, so I want to talk to the intake attorney about what's going on with those unindicted cases, Judge.
All right. What I'm going to do is I'm going to recall this because I see it's a lot of cases. I'm going to recall it for 30 days. If you all want to be back sooner than 30 days, well, here's the thing. I don't know why you're having the disappointment. Let me just explain something to you. I understand disappointment that people want things done immediately, but here's the problem. If you want things done immediately, then maybe the state will take the cases that they don't have as worst case scenarios cases, and they will make the offer based upon worst case scenario.
Yes, ma'am. I made the gesture because when you said 30 days, I just knew I would miss the birth of my son. That's all.
Well, here's the thing. I don't know why people,
That's why.
and let me just tell you, I don't accept any of these cases as true, but I will tell you, so many people come before me
Yes, ma'am.
that get in trouble. You know what the first thing they tell me? I want to get out for the birth of my child. People who are on probation. I know I didn't report, but I'm trying to get out for the birth of my child. And you know what I always tell them? Guess what? If that would have been at the forefront of your mind, we wouldn't even be here.
Yes, ma'am.
But then the downside to that, if that was at the forefront of your mind, then maybe attorneys and judges wouldn't have jobs.
Yes, ma'am.
It's because people don't put children at the forefront of their mind, their jobs at the forefront of their mind, what their family will think at the forefront of their mind, that judges have jobs and attorneys have jobs. So I don't know if we should thank you all or just be upset by it all, but that's where we are.
Yes, ma'am.
So Ms. Ferguson, can I have a 30-day reset on Mr. Albert?
June 13th.
All right, we'll be back on June 13th. And Mr. Cabanas, if you all want to come back sooner, then you all can come back sooner.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, June 13th. Thank you.
Oh.
Okay, sure. Samuel Albert? Yes. All right, Mr. Albert? Oh, come down, please. No problem. All right, hello.
How you doing today, Judge?
I'm doing great. How are you doing? Okay.
Fine.
All right, so where are we on discovery?
Good morning, Judge. So we have all the discovery. I've been working with the state on making sure we have the discovery for all the cases, including some that may have been indicted. So I let the state know that I would check in with them in the afternoon. We're still working through this,
Okay,
but as of now, we have the discovery on the currently indicted cases.
all right. And what are the other cases that are outstanding? Is it more of the same offenses?
Yes, Your Honor, more of the same.
All right. And do y'all know when you'll have the other cases uploaded in the system?
Well, Judge. I think there should only be three, but they're saying there's six
Mhm.
on Odyssey. On JD, it says there's only three. And I'm a little confused because it's all, some of them are on the same offense date, and we know that some of that is accurate.
Mm.
However, I think I'm gonna have to go to intake, find the files and talk to the person that's the intake attorney.
Odyssey is like Star Trek, the series, going boldly where no man has gone before. So
And actually, no one needs to
Yeah,
go.
yeah.
They're making it.
they're like, yeah,
That's true.
we're being forced to go.
Yes.
All right, so then what I'll do, Mr. Albert, I know you're in custody, but I'm going to give them a 45-day reset to make sure they have everything. If your attorney has everything before then and he wants to come back and place this on the docket, he can place it on the docket early. But I just don't want us to keep coming back if all the discovery has not been given to him, okay? All right, Miss.
Judge, just so the court knows and my client knows as well, I've been in contact with the state regarding a possible plea agreement.
Mhm.
I just wanted him to know, Mr. Samuel to know that. But as his lawyer, I need to make sure that we have all the discovery. We're conferring to make sure we could reach some sort of resolution.
Okay, and let me just tell you, people think I always know the facts of all these cases, but I don't know the facts of any of them unless there's been a motion suppressed or unless we're in jury trial. I've been a defense attorney, I've been a prosecutor, and let me just tell you, you don't want to, if y'all were to come to an agreement, work out an agreement and for 3 cases, and then you find out there are 8. And then guess what? You may be arrested or something else may occur. You may end up with a different attorney. And then you're just walking around one day minding your own business and 8 cases are dropped on you. So your attorney's trying to make sure they have everything so they can make good decisions and tell you, this is what I think would be in your best interest. You understand? So I realize people want to get out of jail yesterday, but it's in your best interest that I give him a 45-day reset. And like I said, if he wants you brought back sooner, if he discovers he has all discovery over the weekend and he wants to bring you back on Tuesday, Monday would be too soon because the deputies wouldn't be able to get you here. But if he wants to bring you back Tuesday, all he has to do is come back to the court and we'll put you down for Tuesday. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
So we have to practice a little bit of patience.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. What date for 45 days?
August 1st.
All right. So we'll say August 1st. All right.
Oh, yeah.
Who's here on Albert Samuel? I'm sorry, Samuel Joseph Albert. All right, if you'll come forward, please. So, Mr. Cabanas, your jury trial has concluded.
Yes, Judge.
Okay. All right, on this case, you received all of the discovery.
I did, Your Honor.
State, were you able to tender an offer? All right, are you able to give an offer today?
Yes.
That's right, Judge. So we filed and I have for the court 2 motions to lower bond.
All right, State, have you reviewed with him the,
I have to use the 2 motions that on last number 657B. And then also 655A.
okay,
I know there's 3 indicted cases. I know at least 2 not indicted cases. Maybe.
all right, are you all ready to proceed on the motions? All right, we're gonna go on the record. Court is calling 2024 CR 4655A and 2024 CR 4657B, State of Texas versus Samuel Joseph Albert Jr. Can I have parties announced for the record for the state, for the defense?
Good morning, Judge. Alfonso Cabañas for Mr. Samuel Joseph Albert Jr.
And are you Mr. Albert Jr.?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, and each of these cause numbers, the defense has filed a motion requesting that the bond be reduced. And each cause number, the bond is currently set at $5,000. Defense, do you have any witnesses?
Judge, just other than Mr. Albert, who wants to testify regarding the bond amount?
All right. Mr. Albert, can you raise your right hand?
Yes,
Do you
ma'am.
solemnly swear affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, you can lower your hand. Off the record for a moment. Excuse me, Mr. McLean, and state. If you'll get the Zoom link from Ms. Ferguson, both of your experts are on Zoom. So I will send you all to a breakout room. I'm sorry, just give me one moment. All right, Mr. Wilmert and Mr. Gallant, I'm going to send you all to breakout room number 1. And the attorneys will meet you there. So please go to breakout room number 1. And state and defense, the jury room is probably going to be occupied because we're in a trial. If you would like to go into the back offices, you can.
Thank you, Judge. Appreciate it.
All right, we're back on the record. Defense, it's your witness.
Thank you, Judge. Mr. Albert, you and I have been in contact regarding the bond amount. Yeah, you and I have been in contact regarding the respective bond amounts for case 4655A and 4657B, correct? And
Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir.
and you and I have tried, or you've told me that you've tried to post the bond amount for these respective cases, but you have been unable because you're detained, correct?
Yes, yes, sir.
And has your family been able to post these bonds for you?
And yes, sir, I'm at no bond, remanded without bond.
Okay. Has your family tried to either get the money, have they contacted the bond companies?
They have the money, sir, but I'm remanded without bond.
Okay. We're talking about these two cases, so these are the only ones that I'm representing you on. Okay. Are you asking the court on 4655A to lower the bond from 5,000 to 2,500?
Yes, sir.
And on 4657B, are you also asking the court to lower the bond from 5,000 to 2,500?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, is this an amount that you or your family can make to get you out on bond on these two cases?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Do you have anything else you want to add to the court regarding these two cases and the respective bond amounts?
No, sir.
Okay. Nothing further, Judge.
All right, any questions?
Just got a question. What has your family or you've done to raise the funds to make your bond?
My family, all of my family has jobs, sir. Everyone has reached out, but I'm unable to make the bond because I guess I don't want to be wrong, but to be right, I'm remanded without bond. And I'm not understanding. I've been incarcerated for 4 months now.
Well, you're actually remanded without bond on about at least 1 to 4 cases, but the 2 cases that we're here presently for, you have bond set at 5,000. And you're telling the court that you cannot make that $5,000 bond, is that correct?
To be honest, I can't make no bond remanded out without bond.
All right, so here's the question. We're not talking about the cases that you're remanded without bond on. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
So get that out of your mind. Let's move away from that.
Yes, ma'am.
This attorney is representing you on 2 cases. On each of those cases, your bond is at $5,000. So focus on that. Don't think about the remand without bond. Focus on these cases. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
So the state has asked, are you able to make the $5,000 bond in each of these cases?
No, ma'am.
All right, do you have money to make those bonds?
The 2,500, yes, ma'am.
All right, any other questions, State? Anything else?
Nothing further, Your Honor.
All right, so here's the court's question. On the docket sheet, he has 5 burglary of buildings with intent to commit theft. The state is telling me, and I haven't pulled up Odyssey, but the state is telling me that he has more cases that have been unindicted. Is that correct?
Judge, I know he has 3 non-indicted cases, CM cases.
All
And
right.
3 indicted cases.
Okay, thank you. Can you give me the offense dates of those cases?
Yeah, that's what I was just kind of looking up, but honestly.
All right, thank you.
I will be able to, I just need to get on to, I'll have that in 1 second, Judge, because I'll get on our old system.
Thank you.
Yes.
Defense, do you know the offense dates off the top of your head?
For the unindicted cases, Your Honor?
And I
No,
know you're not on those
I'm
cases.
sorry, Judge, I don't, I apologize.
No, no need to apologize. You're not on those cases.
On the docket, if you look, go to the end of it, the offense dates are listed.
All right, so because they have that under subtype, I guess the writing is off. So according to the docket sheet,
It was
No,
on
we're-
January
okay,
Sorry, Judge, I do have the dates. Right.
all right. So in CM 118202, what is the offense date?
It's January 7th, 2024, Judge.
And in CM 118206
Same day, Your Honor.
and CM 118347
Same day.
and 2024 CR 4656A.
Day. January 6th, 2024, Your Honor.
And 2024 CR 4657B.
So,
And are there any other outstanding cases?
only the other indicted case, Your Honor. That's, 55, Indian 55A. And that one is also on January 7th.
All right, the court will hear argument. Defense is your motion, so you may proceed.
Thank you, Judge. So with respect to cases 4655A and 4657B, the motions that are before the court today, Your Honor, the court has heard from my client and that his family has been unable to post bond on these 2 cases for the respective amounts. And therefore, we're asking the court to lower those bond amounts on those 2 cases so my client can post bond and then fight the other allegations as well. While not in custody.
All right, state.
Your Honor, just for the safety of the community and buildings, the fact is that this individual has no less than at least 6 pending early in the building cases. And so the state's question that it remain at $5,000.
All right, Mr. Albert, part of the court's considerations when setting a bond is, of course, whether or not you can make the bond, because a bond, the purpose of it is to make sure that you will appear for court. But the other thing for the court to consider when setting a bond is the community. For example, will the community be safe? And sometimes when people look at whether or not a community will be safe, people think individuals. You know, is there danger to the complainant or the case? Or are there dangers to just people in general in the community if a bond were lowered? In your case, property, that's a danger. So what the court will do is the court is going to deny your application for bond reduction in each of the cause numbers. Is there anything else?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. I just want to ask, may I have a bond for whatever case I don't have a bond for?
All right. Who is your attorney on those cases?
May I also speak again? In 2020, it's Rick. I was in this.
All right, just have a see what we're going to do. Ms. Ferguson, if you can see who the attorney is on the CM case numbers. All right, and if you can have Mr. Mitchell appear. And defense, are you retained on these cases?
No, Judge, appointed.
All right, Ms. Ferguson, see if you can get in touch with Russell Mitchell. And then, Jason, if you'll tender an offer to the defense and then defense, if you approach again, and I'll give you a court date if you need one.
Thank you, Judge. Thank you, Judge.
Samuel Albert,
Morning, Judge, for present.
What am I doing with that file?
hello. Hi, good morning. All right, today is the plea deadline date. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor. Also, and I filed these motions to set bond
Okay,
on August 15th. We had another hearing on a bond motion. The court subsequently appointed me on these remaining cases. So
Yes.
now I'm counsel the record from Mr. Albert's cases.
Mhm.
Mr. Albert asked me to file a motion to set bond on these cases. I confirmed with the state and it appears that we have an agreement
okay.
to set bond on these cases that I handed to the court. That bond amount being $5,000 on each one.
All right, just give me a moment and we'll go on the record. Just 1 second.
Yes, Your Honor.
Excuse me, do you all have a Kleenex over there? All right. You know, when you have something on your glasses, it's not good. My glasses are actually for distance, so whenever I'm reading, I have to take them off. And my ophthalmologist said, we can put a line. I'm like, absolutely not. He's like, nobody will see it. I'm like, no. And he said, when you get tired of taking your glasses on and off, you'll let us do that. And you know what I told him? Never gonna happen. All right. So the motions that you filed, these are the cases that do not have bonds?
That's correct, Judge.
Okay. All right, yeah.
Yes.
I'm so sorry. I don't have cause number 2020 CR 10550. And the other one is 2020 CR 10551. All right, we're gonna go on the record. Court is calling 2020 CR 10550, 2020 CR 10551, CM 118347, CM 118206, CM 11820, State of Texas versus Samuel Joseph Albert Jr. Could I have parties announced for the record for the state? For the defense.
Good morning, Judge. Alfonso Cabañas for Samuel Joseph Albert Jr.
And are you Mr. Albert Jr.?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, we're here on several cases, but on the cause numbers that the court has read into the record, we're here, the defense is asking that a bond be set. Defense, so you're saying he doesn't have a bond in either of these cases?
Yes, Your Honor. On all the DC 2020 cases the court cited and the CM cases, there's no bond set.
All right, State, have you had a chance to review the defense's motions?
Yes,
All right, do you have any objection to the court setting a bond? All right, and my understanding, you all have agreed upon a bond, is that correct?
That's correct, Judge.
And is that in each cause number?
My understanding it's a bonds amount of $5,000 on each count or on each case number. Is that right, Andrew?
That is correct.
All right.
Those cases are sentenced.
Oh, just
We
for a
haven't said-
moment.
Okay.
All right, we're back on the record. And excuse me, Deputy, could you have this attorney? All right, so the agreement is $5,000 in each cause number, is that correct?
It is, Your Honor.
Yes, Your Honor.
Are there any requests for conditions? State?
GPS partial tracking.
All right, are there any no contact orders in place with regards to the locations? All right, if you all could make sure you give me the addresses for that, I'll put it in the order. So state if you can get me a list of each case, what the address is, and I'll make sure that that's placed in the order.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Albert, I have a few questions for you. Can you raise your right hand? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God? All right, you can lower your hand, state your name for the record.
Samuel Albert,
All right, do you have employment?
no ma'am,
When's the last time you were employed?
January,
Okay. Have you ever used any type of drugs
no ma'am,
in the past? No marijuana?
no ma'am.
No
Smoke,
alcohol?
sorry.
All right.
Smoke.
If you're released, do you have a place to stay?
Yes, ma'am.
Who would you be staying with?
Mother, my child, my girlfriend.
Did you pick up the phone and ask her if you can stay with her?
Yes, ma'am.
Well, you say yes, ma'am. Sometimes people don't, they just assume.
We talk every day, ma'am.
All right, so she's willing to have you stay with her.
Yes, ma'am.
And how many children are in that home?
Or she has one by me,
So how many children are in the home?
one.
So there's only one child.
Yes, ma'am. I have 6, but one with her.
And what are the ages of the 6 children?
Well, I have a 10-year-old, I have a 4-year-old, I have a 3-year-old, I have a 2-year-old, and I have 18, well, he 18 months, not 2. And I have one that's just born in July 12th, and I have a pregnant baby mama.
Oh my gosh, wait a minute. 10, 4, 3, 2, 18 months, and then the 1-year-old.
Yes, he a newborn July 12th.
18
Wait.
months, a newborn judge,
Yeah.
and then he has a pregnant girlfriend.
All right, so let me proceed. So the person you're planning on living with, she has the 1-year-old.
Yes, ma'am.
So you have 10, 4,
Yes, ma'am.
3, 2, 1 years, 18 months, a newborn.
The 2-year-old is the 18-month-old. I had to say this too.
Okay, so 10-year-old, 4-year-old, 3-year-old, 2-year-old, a 1-year-old, a newborn, and someone who's currently pregnant.
Yes, ma'am.
And the currently pregnant person is not with the 1-year-old.
No, ma'am.
All right, just as a side note, I'm just curious. So the mother of your child, she's aware of the fact that you have a newborn. And she's aware of the fact that you have someone else who has a baby on the way. All right, you're just being fruitful and multiplying.
Yes, ma'am.
What are you thinking?
I just be, I mean, I don't know what I be thinking, man. I just wanna,
Be fruitful and multiply, I guess.
sorry.
He's following the book of Genesis, Your Honor.
Well, no, the reason why I'm saying this is because isn't there some drama that's going on? But how many mothers,
I have 5 baby mother,
5 people who are mother of your children?
One of them got 2 children.
So in these 5 mothers don't have any drama or complications?
Yeah, it'd be like, well, I be bouncing around, so a lot of them I'm not together with no more. We just co-parent. And
And then others you are more than just co-parents.
yes, ma'am.
All right, I'm just asking to figure out what to do. All right. I always wonder when people have children you have a newborn, somebody who's pregnant on the way, and there's a 1-year-old, 2, 3, 4, and then a 10-year-old, there's a lot of overlapping going on. And I always wonder if the current mother of the 1-year-old who's saying you can stay with her, if there's drama. Because I'm telling you right now, if there's drama, what's going to end up happening is you're probably going to violate your bond conditions.
Again, it's not gonna be in drama.
All right. And you have all these children you're going to have to financially support.
Everybody, I mean, just now, I have to be that for 'em.
All right. Do you have any mental health issues? Have you ever been diagnosed with any type of mental health issues?
No, ma'am.
All right. Any gang issues?
No, ma'am.
All right. What is that tattoo? Shoot. What does it say?
Oh, it say shoot first.
What? Shoot first, ask questions later?
No, ma'am. I got it. I was young when I went to the pen. I had been shot up before.
Reminder, we are on the record.
I'm sorry.
Oh, no. She's talking to other people in the box.
It was a mistake I got when I was 17. I went to the penitentiary.
All right. So what did you go to prison for?
Regular habitation.
Okay. All right. So the court is going to follow your agreement to a $5,000 bond in each of the cause numbers. The court is going to order full GPS. I'll ask that the fees be waived. Counsel, if he obtains employment, then the court will, of course, allow him to work because he has a lot of children he needs to support.
Goes wrong.
And then I'm going to order no contact with all of the places that are listed in the police reports. And there is to be no unsupervised contact with minors. So with regards to your children, you're not able to take them to the park by yourself. It'll have to be, their mother will have to be with them, or either your parents will have to be with them, or either their mother or whatever relative they have will have to be with them to supervise. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am. May I have a question?
Sure.
When you say full GPS, is that like a house? I mean, like,
Oh, yes. It's like being at the Bear County Jail, only you're at your home.
because I have, I'm not from Bear County. I'm from Houston, and I also have a case in Kendall County. That's why I was like, I don't like, I have to like come, because when I got arrested here, I got arrested April 22nd. I had to drive out here to come to court.
So where are you going to be staying?
Well, I got family out here, but I was hoping to go back home with my family in Houston.
Well, is the mother of your child in Houston?
I'm not from San Antonio at all.
All right. Any objections to him being in Houston, Texas? They'll still give him GPS in Houston. All right. So I'll do partial GPS. It's for attorney appointments and court appearances only. So if you need to meet with your attorney, or if you have to show up to court in Kendall County, that's what it'll be for. And I really don't have to put court appearances in there, because if you're at court and your GPS goes off, they'll be able to see that you're at court. And if they call you, you can say, hey, judge, my GPS, they're telling me I need to leave. And the judge will say, no, he's in court, he's staying here. All right, is there anything else?
Not from defense counsel, Judge.
All right, so Ms. Ferguson, on his indicted cases, do we have a court date for Mr. Albert?
Which was today, Judge?
All right,
You see the piece of them.
so today was your plea deadline date. I'll extend it because I know you've been recently placed on his other cases, Mr. Cabanos. So Ms. Ferguson, give me 1 week for a plea deadline date, please. I'm sorry, not 1 week, 1 month.
23rd, September 23rd.
All right, so we're going to be back on September 23rd. You will need to be here in person in court on September 23rd. Do you understand? All right, do you have any questions about anything?
No, ma'am.
All right, so attorneys, before you leave, if you can make sure you give me the addresses or locations where he is not to appear. So what's going to end up happening is you're going to have a copy of the order, and you need to make sure that you abide by those orders. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
All right. Is there anything else? I'm sorry, what? Yeah, yeah, I don't know. It happens.
Nothing related to these cases.
All right, thank you. All right, if you all will write down those addresses and locations for me.
We'll get that done, Judge.
Hey, you need to get diamond, that's diamond on your teeth?
Yes, ma'am.
Real diamonds? All right, you need to get real diamonds on your teeth, then maybe you'll do better in the dating pool.
I am.
Okay, all right. All right, thank you. All right, so who is here on Albert?
We're present, Judge.
All right, and is this a plea on 3 cases?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. All right, court is calling 2024 CR 4655A, 4656A, 4657B. Could I have parties announced for the record for the state
Andrew Harris.
defense?
Good afternoon, Judge. Alfonso Cabaña for Samuel Albert.
And are you Samuel Albert? Counsel, in each of the cause numbers, have you received all of the discovery and that you review it with your client?
I have received the discovery, Your Honor.
All right. And each cause number, the court will, and did you review it with your client?
Yes, Your Honor.
And each cause number, the court will find that the state is in compliance with discovery. And each cause number, are there any applications?
No, no applications.
And each cause number, Mr. Albert, did you review the document entitled True Bill of Indictment with your attorney? Did you understand it? Counsel, do you waive the reading of the indictment in each cause number?
I do, Your Honor.
State and the cause number ending in 4655A, are you proceeding on the indictment as presented?
Believe so, Your Honor.
And the cause number ending in 4656A, are you proceeding on the indictment as presented?
Believe so, Your Honor.
And the cause number ending in 4657B, are you proceeding on the indictment as presented?
Believe so, Your Honor.
Counsel, I'm sorry, Mr. Albert, and each of the cause numbers, did you review the document entitled Court Admonishments and Defendants Waivers and Affidavit of Admonitions with your attorney?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand it and sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes, ma'am.
And each cause number, you're charged with burglary of a building as a habitual. That makes those cases second-degree felonies. Range of punishment is anywhere from 2 to 20 years in prison and up to a $10,000 fine. Did you understand?
Yes.
If you have a plea with the state, the court does not have to follow your plea. If for any reason the court doesn't follow your plea and gives you more than you bargained for, the fact that you entered a plea will not be used against you and you will be allowed to withdraw your plea. Did you understand? In each cause number, you have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state would call, and the right to remain silent. Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
By entering into this plea bargain agreement, you were giving up those rights. Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
And did you intend to give up those rights and enter into pleas in these cause numbers?
Yes, ma'am.
Counsel, in each of the cause numbers, has your client been able to provide you with any defenses?
Yes, Your Honor, he did.
Do you believe he has a rational as well as a factual understanding of the charges against him?
I believe he does.
Do you believe he's currently competent and was legally sane at the time of the offenses?
I believe he is, Your Honor.
Mr. Albert, has anyone threatened you, coerced you, or placed you in fear to get you to enter the plea?
No, ma'am.
Anyone promised you anything other than the plea?
No, ma'am.
Are you satisfied with the way you've been represented?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you a U.S. citizen?
Yes, ma'am.
And each of the cause numbers, the court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived his right to jury trial. In each of the cause numbers, did you review the plea bargain agreement with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, ma'am.
According to the plea, punishment is to be assessed at 4 years in the prison. You are to agree that you've been previously convicted of 1 or 2 more felonies for enhancement. There's a $2,000 fine. There are no applications. The cases will run concurrently. State will take in consideration CM 118202, 118206, 118347, and it's to be restitution to the complainants. Did you understand that to be the plea?
Yes, ma'am.
Defense, is that the plea?
Yes, Your Honor.
State, is that the plea?
Yes, Your Honor.
In each of the cause numbers, did you review the waiver of appeal paragraph with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it in both places?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand by signing that you're waiving your right to appeal? The only items that can be appealed are written pretrial motions that have been filed, heard, and ruled upon by the court. Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Counsel, have there been any such motions?
No, Your Honor.
Then in cause number 2024 CR 4655A, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
Good.
And to the enhancement allegations, how do you plead? True or not true?
Yes, they true.
Well, I mean, are they true or are they not true?
I mean, I ain't get to read it, I guess. I mean, yeah, that's true. I signed it. It's true.
All right. Well, let's do it this way.
No, I signed it, ma'am. It's true.
All right, so you're saying that
Yes,
the habitual offender enhancement allegations, you're saying that those are true?
It's true.
All right. And then in cause number 2024 CR 4656A, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
Good.
And to the enhancements in that cause number, how do you plead? True or not true?
True.
And in cause number 2024 CR 4657B, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
Good.
And to the enhancements, how do you plead? True or not true?
True.
State, do you have any evidence to support the defendant's pleas?
Each case should be contained in exhibit 1 of the attachments, Your Honor.
No objection to state's exhibit 1 on each of the 3 cases, Your Honor.
All right, did you review the documents entitled trial court, waiver and consent to stipulation of testimony and stipulations with your attorney?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand it and sign it in all the appropriate places? Again, did you understand you have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state would call, and the right to remain silent?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand that today the state will be presenting evidence in the form of witnesses' statements and police reports? But most importantly, there'll be no live testimony. Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived and consented to stipulation of testimony and stipulations. Court will accept into evidence states exhibits 1 and attachments, and the court will review the same. All right, in each cause number, after reviewing states exhibits 1 and attachments, the court will find there's sufficient evidence to find you guilty, and the court will find you guilty. The court will find the enhancements true based upon your plea are true and based upon states exhibits 1 and attachments. Are we proceeding with sentencing?
Yes, Your Honor.
Anything you wish to say on behalf of your client?
Ask the court to follow the plea agreement, Your Honor.
All right, and the cause number 2024 CR 4655A. The court will sentence you to 4 years in the prison. Give you credit for any time served. There's a $2,000 fine. Time and money will run concurrent. This will run concurrent with 2024 CR 4657B, 2024 CR 4656A. Taking consideration CM 118202, 118206, 118347. There's to be no contact and restitution to the owners of Golden Chick. located at 2299 Northwest Military Highway. There's to be no contact with Jodeci, Jodeci Clayton. All right, is there anything with regards to sentencing and that cause number? Anything else?
Not from defense counsel, Judge.
I'm going to show you what's entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal. Did you review that document with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it? All right, because this is a plea bargain agreement, because I followed your plea bargain agreement, and because you waive your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Because it is a felony conviction, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition. If you have a question over what a weapon or ammunition is, you'll need to speak to an attorney. And cause number 2024 CR 4656A. Court will sentence you to 4 years in the prison. Give you credit for any time served. There's a $2,000 fine. Time and money will run concurrent. This will run concurrent with 2024 CR 4655A. 2024 CR 4657B. Taking consideration CM number 118202, 118206, 118347. There's to be restitution to the owners and no contact with Crumble Cookie. And that is located at 7511 South New Braunfels. And there's to be no contact with the following persons: Brian DeAnthony Parker, Jodeci Clayton, AKA Cantrell, all right. Did you review the document entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal and that cause number with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it?
Yeah, man.
All right, because this is plea bargain agreement, because I followed your plea bargain agreement, and because you waived your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Because this is a felony conviction, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition. If you have a question over what a weapon or ammunition is, you'll need to speak to an attorney. Next, the court is going to proceed in 2024 CR 4657B. The court will sentence you to 4 years in the prison. Give you credit for any time served. There's a $2,000 fine. Time and money to run concurrent. This is run concurrent with 2024 CR 4655A, 2024 CR 4656A, taking consideration CM 118202, 118206, 11847. There's to be restitution and no contact with the owners of Pia's Taco Hut located at 8514 IH 35 South. And there should be no contact with Brian DeAnthony Parker, Cindy Gutierrez, Benny Joe Castillo, all right, and that cause number, did you review the document entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal with your attorney? Did you understand it? And did you sign it?
And
All right, because this is a plea bargain agreement, because I followed your plea bargain agreement, and because you waived your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Because this is a felony conviction, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition. If you have a question over what a weapon or ammunition is, you need to speak to an attorney. Do you understand? All right, we can go off the record. Good luck to you. Thank
Thank
you.
you, Judge.
Oouchie Court Watch, we're on the scene. Truths unravel, and what does it mean? In the halls where stories clash, Oouchie Court Watch, quick as a flash.